Alright, we're back. It's only been I think 2 or 3 days since the last video. If you didn't see the last video, me, Austin, and a few friends went out to the track. It was really fun, really good event. But we're gonna jump straight back into the next video. If you guys happen to see, not the last video, but the video before that, I talked about how I got a 4.6 differential, well, 4.6 ring and pinion out of a Nissan Xterra front differential. So hopefully in this video, we can get that installed in the car. I'm gonna be taking the diff to a guy that's local to me that is like a diff specialist. He does 4.6 for people all the time. So figured I'd take it to him. I already got the diff out of the car, got the axle stubs out, kind of cleaned it up a little bit, drained it. Bro. But now I need to take apart the Xterra diff and get the ring and pinion out of it. So I went ahead and popped the cover off the diff. It's looking pretty good in here, not gonna lie. I'm about to pop these caps off. This is how we're looking. I got those caps off. I got the axle stubs out. I got the big bolt that goes on the, I guess you'd say the pinion. I am probably gonna have to head to O'Reilly's to rent a puller so I can actually get the pinion off. I was thinking about trying to beat on it with a hammer, but I'd rather just go rent a puller real quick. It'll be a lot easier. So I think I'm gonna go do that. I secured the puller. Just to rent that thing, it was $65. I went ahead and popped the spider gears out of the diff too, because that's kind of the next step before we get the pinion out. Well, I think I could have waited, but I figured I'd just do it right now. Also, if you guys were curious, it had these little like shims for the bearings. This side had an extra spacer. So yeah, I'm trying to keep everything like together. Okay, we're just about done. I have everything apart. I guess I was talking with the guy. The only thing he needs is the pinion and this ring gear and then my diff. So I need to take these bolts out and get the ring gear free, and then we will be fully ready to drop it off. This pile right here is everything you will not use, but you will have to disassemble all this stuff. So you have the housing, stub axles, these little caps, this is the flange for the pinion, the carrier, and then some hardware. And then what you will be using is the pinion, I think these shims, I'm pretty sure the guy said he wants me to bring these, and then the ring gear. And obviously you'll need your s13 diff, and I think I'm going to bring my stub axles too. So, yeah. I got her back. It's a 4.6 now. Oh my god! I'm so excited. But that is not even the main subject right now. I'm actually headed over to Garrett's house because we're going to put his trans back in because he's almost done with his car. He's like very, very close. Okay, so in the clip you guys are seeing right now, I ended up getting to Garrett's house pretty late, and we had plans to put his trans in, as you guys are seeing right now. Garrett bought a clutch alignment tool, but it was like this universal style clutch alignment tool. It didn't end up working that good. We were having a ton of trouble trying to get the trans in. We were getting super close, but it just wouldn't pop in. So yeah, that's kind of the whole little time lapse you guys are seeing right now. Pretty sure the last clip you guys saw was a little time lapse of me and Garrett trying to get his transmission in. We did not have any luck. And it was super late. I pulled up super late. And he had like a kind of weird clutch alignment tool. So I'm going to bring mine over tonight. I'm going to head back over to his house. Bring my clutch alignment tool over tonight. It's like a normal splined one. And yeah, we're gonna get his trans thrown back in, and he's pretty close to fully finishing his car. I'll probably have him talk about it a little bit in the video. But before we head over to Garrett's, I actually want to try and get the diff back in the car. I don't want to go back over to Garrett's super late, but I'm pretty sure I can get this done really quick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slap it in, eat some dinner, and then we'll head over to Garrett's. Alright, I went ahead and popped the diff in and ate dinner. I didn't really film popping the diff in because it's pretty easy. But yeah, diff's back in the car. I really just gotta throw the exhaust back on, and then car's like back together. I think I'm gonna head out to Garrett's house here shortly. Okay, we are Garrett's house. Probably looks like we just did a full workout.
We did just do a workout.
Yeah, we got the trans in. Like I was saying last night, I took like a little time lapse. We were having some problems.
Bad review.
Yeah.
1-star review. We're blaming it, even if it wasn't this, we're blaming it on this, but we think it was this.
Yeah, we used a oh man, I have grease all over my face. We used a universal clutch alignment tool, and it like just wasn't aligning it properly, so I brought over one of the cheap little plastic ones, and magically the trans popped right in. So yeah, I think we're kind of just gonna bolt everything back together, and yeah, Garrett is super close on wrapping this thing up. Where are you at?
We're pretty much done for the most. There's a couple little things I need, because I can weld. I'm somewhat of a welder myself, but I can't do aluminum. I don't like, my welder doesn't do it. So this intake pipe is aluminum. I need to weld, or I need to get a bung welded in there for the catch can. And then I gotta go to AutoZone to get some vacuum line to tee in for the boost gauge, and then also connect the wastegate. What else?
And ECU.
And ECU. And I finally got the shipping notification that they sent it out, 2-day shipping. It'll be here Monday or Tuesday. And then we start the car and hope that good things happen.
That's like the main thing he's waiting on.
ECU,
is ECU.
yeah.
The rest of the stuff is like just pretty much tying everything. Yeah, just buckling everything up. We're gonna wrap it up.
It's 2 a.m. by the way.
Yeah,
that's
worth noting. Yeah, it's like super late.
Yeah.
We got a good amount of stuff done on Garrett's car.
Yeah, we're there. We're done.
Yes.
For the most part.
Very minuscule stuff, like nothing crazy. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get out of here because, like Garrett said, it's like 2 in the morning. So yeah, successful. We got the trans in and got a couple things wrapped up. So.
Did you show them my aerodynamic battery?
Oh yeah, an angle for the airflow, functional. Yes.
They might find this interesting, actually.
In case you guys haven't seen, this is a car battery. I don't know if you guys can tell how small this is, but like, this is my hand. It is very small.
It weighs, I think, 2.8 pounds, or I'm pretty sure it's under 3, or at least right on 3.
It's way lighter than you would expect. I'll say that
I'm gonna leave it in there. Take my word for it.
Yeah, believe Garrett. Yeah. All right, we're back. It's the next day. Actually, just got done filling my diff with fluid. That way I can drive the car, kind of test it out. It is so hot outside. Gonna do a first little drive. I'm literally just gonna run to the gas station real quick, so it's not gonna be like a true drive, but what am I hearing right now? What is that? Oh, you know what? I know what it is. The window molding on my front window is like not secured and it likes to flap. That tripped me out for a second. I was like, what is that? Okay, I am picking up the camera today because I have some exciting news. First off, we're going to be doing some work to the car today. We're going to be taking the knuckles off. if you guys know where I'm going with that, I secured B-knuckle from Julian, and we are gonna go get the knuckles today, drop my cores off, and probably throw the B-knuckle on the car. I have been very kind of just like hard on myself about like no knuckles, like no knuckles, no knuckles, no knuckles. But after talking to some people, they've been like, you're definitely ready for some knuckles. So I started thinking about maybe getting B-knuckle, and today is the day that I actually go and get it. Okay, I got first side done. Knuckles right here. I don't really know how to take the brake shielding off, so I might leave it. Just let Julian handle that. Yeah, I'm gonna do this side. I actually had to run to Harbor Freight and pick this up. I also had to run and pick up a 30mm socket. Because I have a 29, I have a 27, I have, I think, a 32, but the front axle nut is a 30. So I had to go get this. Okay, I think I'm ready to get out of here. I just gotta load the knuckles up. I already texted Julian, let him know I'll be there around 5-ish. Gassing up, and then we will be on the road. I think the drive is like 2.5 hours, something like that. So, not too bad, but still a little bit of driving.
That is your fate, if you don't believe
We are in the wine country right now.
So,
if you guys can't tell, like, pretty much all these hills are vineyards.
I feel like you're giving your personality, right? But at the same
Oh shit! We got the knuckles! Oh my god! I'm so excited. I'm actually so excited. Oh my god. Julian also, he hooked it up because these ones, the paint didn't come out perfect and he's not done with his latest batch. And I really wanted the knuckles like as soon as possible. So he gave me ones where the paint like isn't perfect, but he also hooked me up. So it's also suspension. I'm not worried about it looking like the paint being crazy as fuck. They still look really good too. He was mainly just saying, he was like, yeah, the pink on the top is kind of light, but still looks good. Which I don't care. But yeah, he gave me a little tour. I got to see where he like paints the knuckles, all this random shit just laying around. Actually, I took a picture. He has all these old liveried doors from like his old cars or just like old drift cars. I'll put the picture in here. It was super cool. I was like, whoa, like that's sick. We are on the way home now. We have 2 hours and 23 minutes till we'll be home. But yeah, very successful.
Stories about like little soccer courts. There would be hundreds of cars.
I am literally only like maybe 20 miles from Julian's house, and it has been like over an hour since I left. I was just in traffic. I went 3 miles in 45 minutes. It was terrible, but we are finally on clear roads. I think I'm gonna be home at like 9 o'clock. And then I gotta throw the car back together because I have an alignment appointment at 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh, there it is. 260 on the Sequoia. Finally back in town. That drive felt so long, but we made it. I'm just getting some food now, and then we will be home. All right, we made it back home. With the knuckles. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually way later, which should mean that the car should be back together because I'm in alignment in the morning. But we ran into some issues. So as some of you know, I have these Techno Toy Tuning lower control arms. They're extended by 25mm. I think they might be extended even further. But anyways, when I went to put everything back together, I put the coil on, all that good stuff. And I went to put the tie rod back into the knuckle. And the tie rod was just way too short. Like it was just did not have the right reach. Even with all this adjustment right here and this the like super long shim thing, I just can't get the right adjustment to even be like close to in align. Like the car wouldn't be able to be aligned. Like it's too short. Ideally, what I need to do is I actually need to get rid of this arm. I need to get stock S13 arms because that's ideal for B-knuckle. So I have the day off tomorrow. I was planning on just getting the car aligned and enjoying my day off, but I think I'm going to try and snag a pair of stock arms tomorrow, or maybe even work out a trade deal to trade these with cash on top. I'm going to try and call AutoZone first thing in the morning because they have like OEM replacement arms. I'm gonna see if I can get some ordered up from them. And I guess we'll kind of just go from there. I thought it would work with these lower arms, but yeah, I think the arms are just too extended. Plus, I need to get stock arms anyways. Julian was literally telling me, he was like, you should swap those out for just stock arms. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try and get some stock arms before the event so I can like actually have the car set up. Also don't have my stock knuckles anymore. Julian does like cores, so you give him your stock ones when you get B-knuckle. So I kind of have to figure something else out because these are my only knuckles now. And plus I want to drive with B-knuckle anyways. So I need to get some stock arms. But in case you guys wanted a close-up on the knuckles, I'll turn it around so you can see the paint. Whoa, Candy with the flake, so crazy. Okay, it is the next day, next morning. I already got the control arm situation handled. I ordered some from AutoZone. Funny enough, they had like OEM replacement ones. They should be here tomorrow, so I'll get those slapped on and then get an alignment at some point this week. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Techno Toy Tuning lower control arms off and probably post them up for sale because I do not need them anymore. I got the lower control arms off, and I figured with everything kind of disassembled right now, I'd clean a little bit. I literally just took a brush, like started kind of just brushing everything down. A good amount of time has passed. As you can see, I have an arm. It's not the next day or anything, it's just later in the day. One of the arms came in, the other one's gonna come in tomorrow. But I figured I'd go pick it up and kind of start test fitting everything. I'm really happy I ended up doing that because there's a few things I have to show you guys. So, first off, if you guys know my setup, which I feel like, I'm assuming not a lot of you guys have my setup memorized, but I have these GK Tech high misalignment tie rod ends. They're supposed to help with bump steer and stuff. As you can see, they also have this like huge spacer. And then my inners are GK Tech, just like full OEM style inners, but the threads are a little bit longer than OEM, at least I'm pretty sure. So I went to put this stuff together. The problem last night with my Techno Toy Tuning lower control arms were that it pushed it out so far that the tie rod was too short. Now the problem is that the tie rod is too long. So I made a post on my story, literally just saying like, oh, does anyone have a different size? What are these called? Length rods? That's all I said in the post. Julian happened to call me, and I was like, oh, I'm assuming you saw my story. He's like, yeah. And I pretty much just explained to him what's going on. And he said, ditch these, so don't even run these, and get S13 outers. So that's exactly what I did. I ran to the auto parts store. Just got like OEM style S14 outer tie rod ends. The problem now is S14 is M14. OEM S13, which these are like OEM style even though they're longer, is M12. So I texted Julian again and I was like, hey, should I get S14 inners? Like, is that gonna work? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, I texted him and I was like, oh, it isn't gonna work. He's like, oh shit, I thought they were like M14, like upgraded. Which they aren't. They're like full OEM style, just a little bit longer. So what I'm actually gonna do is just, for the meantime, get OEM style S13 outers. And then later down the line, I can get like upgraded, lengthened S14 inners and then run S14 outers. But for now, just because I'm like kind of on a time crunch and everything, I'll just get the OEM style S13 outers. Because my first thought was, when I realized that it wasn't the right size, I was like, oh, I'll get S14 inners. But they do need to be lengthened, which these ones happen to be. So I'm just going to get the S13 outers. I feel like in the last 30 seconds, I've said inner, outer, inner, outer, inner, outer. But hopefully that makes sense. It's like a lot of just like rah, 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 rah. But yeah, it's taking a little bit of problem solving to get this set up. I have good news. Oh my god. It's back together. And I have hella angle. Oh my god. Yeah. It's all back together, as you guys can see. Obviously, I know some of you guys probably wanted to see that. But don't even worry. I have not done the other side yet. So I am going to try my best to film everything and me putting it all back together and cutting the tie rod and all that stuff. I ended up just doing another little time lapse for putting the suspension back together because I was feeling pretty rushed on time and I didn't want to like slow myself down trying to take clips of everything. I know you guys probably wanted to see actual clips, but I was trying to get stuff done, so okay, I was getting ready to show you guys the problem with the tie rod ends, but I just realized I put this side together and didn't have my rack aligned, like my steering rack. So now I need to pop this tie rod end off and align my rack and then check everything back over. All this video is going to be is me just stressing out and getting more parts because I just aligned the rack and working on the driver's side right now, the one that I did the little time lapse on. I aligned the rack and threw the knuckle on, like got it, you know, pretty straight and everything. And weirdly enough, there was like just enough threads in the knuckle to like line up good, which means that like not a ton of adjustability. Because like there was like a decent amount of threads in there, but like I'd like it to be like pretty much bottomed out. But anyways, that's besides the point. I undid the passenger side, the side I already threw together. I undid the tie rod end so I could like align the rack and everything without like it moving the knuckle and all that stuff. So I undid everything, got it all lined up. Like I said, driver's side like kind of just lined up without even cutting anything, which I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Go back over to the passenger side, go to throw the tie rod in. And I'm like, oh shit, it needs to be turned out now because like the rack's at a different spot. And now there's not enough threads. And I even like, I grabbed the little bits that I cut off. Because like I said, I didn't cut a whole lot of threads off. And it still would have like just barely been enough, which is sus. Like, I don't like that. So now I'm probably going to have to call Sac City Auto Parts first thing in the morning for a local place near me, like Nissan specialty shop. They have an online website. They have a bunch of parts on it. I don't actually know if they keep any of those parts like at their store because they're like mainly like a dismantler. Like they have like their store is pretty much a junkyard and like that's where they get a bunch of parts off of. But they also sell like a bunch of aftermarket parts. They have some ISR like S13 tie rods, inner tie rods, which means I'd have to go back to the auto parts store and get those S14 tie rod ends that I just returned. But those inners should work with B-knuckle, so I might have to go do that, and I'm like running out of days to do this. And I'm super stressed out because I have 2 events, and I don't even know if I'm gonna like have my car ready in time. But I guess we will see. I also kind of want to get this video up tomorrow, which who knows if I'll be able to do that. It's Wednesday today. I'm trying to do an upload schedule of like every Thursday, but it's probably about to get ruined because I'm like so busy. I'm working too, so it's like it's not like I have all day to like go like figure this stuff out. Like it's like, yeah, it's rough. So I might honestly just end the video here because I'm trying to get this video uploaded anyways. I wanted to film like putting the car fully back together, but problem after problem. So yeah, I might just wrap it up here and I'll have to just get with you guys in the next video. And it's probably going to be 2 videos, one for each day of the event. I think that's probably how I'll do it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this just like ridiculous video of me. I feel like I'm not coming off as super stressed, but this is like pretty stressful. So please like the video because I'm freaking out. But yeah, hopefully I get it sorted. If I don't, you guys will see my Instagram and see that I'm not drifting. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one, hopefully at the track. Yeah, peace.